all I could do.
But yeah,
But I should add this, right?
No, we already played a land, so we're just waiting. We're brooding over here. It's your turn.
Your turn.
Alright, start doing something. Let's go.
Let me see him. Let me see him. Let
So
me
you would
see
tap him and you would tap
how it
another
hit
creature.
different.
So say someone tried to attack you.
Yo, we really out
Oh, you
here.
got that new iPhone.
What's good with the swamps?
That's all I could do.
But yeah.
And we got the feast, you know what I'm saying? Wow, every side is present. Every meat is present, Joe. We out here. Every man is present at the table right now. Jacob staying at home. Missing out, bro. Look at that mac and cheese. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Mac and cheese.
Damn, boy, he's thick. He's thick, boy.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video, and until next... No, I'm just kidding. Bunzai! I'm the Cobra Kai Kid, and welcome to the Cobra Kai Kid. Before we get into it, reppin' Johnny with the AC/DC, Back in Black. Season 2, Episode 2. That episode was awesome, and that intro with Johnny and Miguel was awesome. But we are not here to talk about Johnny and Miguel today. They will come into conversation, but the main people we are talking about today are Kyler and Brucks. Now, Kyler and Brucks from Cobra Kai are minor characters, so you may not know who they are. If you do not know who they are the bullies from Season 1. So Kyler was the Asian main bully who was picking on Miguel. You know, he was dating Sam. And then Brucks was with the curly hair. He was kind of big. And he was always like, "Oh, Kyler, that's brute." Like, he was always like backing up Kyler and like the bad stuff that he did. So now you may be wondering, well, Drew, why are you talking about them? Why are you talking about Kyler and Brucks? Well, it's very interesting because, as you can tell from those videos that I posted at the beginning of the video, I took those from Instagram, from Sholo's Instagram and Bo Mitchell, who plays Brucks. Sholo Mataduena plays Miguel, and then Bo Mitchell plays Brucks. On their Instagram stories, it was very interesting. They posted video of them all together. They were like hanging out. Now, why is this interesting? Because two reasons. Well, maybe more, but the first reason is they weren't in Season 2, which I was watching Season 2 and I was hoping they would be in it. You know, even though I understand what they did with the story and I thought it was amazing. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not like I wanted it to be any different. I loved how it went. I loved how Kyler and Brucks, those bullies, weren't even like Miguel's biggest obstacle or biggest like challenge at the end. It was Robbie, you know. Those bullies were just the stepping stone. Like, after that episode 5, when Miguel beat them all up, that was it. Miguel's at his high point. You know, Miguel was here. Bullies are here. And Robbie was rising, you know. So once Miguel got past the bullies, you know, he finished his arc, you know. His arc was to not get bullied, you know, and he showed them that he's tougher. And I even have a picture here. Miguel doing push-ups. Let's go. So once Miguel beat the bullies, you would think like his arc is done, but then you have Robbie, who now thrown into the mix with the whole Sam thing, with the whole Johnny thing. Now Robbie becomes the enemy, and the bullies are completely out of the picture. In Season 1, by the end, you know, the bullies appear in episode 9 for like 5 seconds. You know, it's insane how quickly they just leave. Like, they're just not even a part of the story after that 5th episode. You know, in the first 5 episodes, they were the main bullies, and then you had Robbie and Miguel as like the protagonists. But now, once Miguel beats up these bullies, you know, it's not like the bullies are gonna like now go to Cobra Kai or go to Miyagi-Do to train and like, now we gotta beat Miguel. It's not the bullies' story. That the bullies were you know, when you watch the first 5 episodes or whatever, you think that the bullies are going to be a big part of the story, but that's what they wanted you to think. And then once Miguel beat them up, they were just the stepping stool. Miguel was at a low point. He needed those bullies, because if Miguel didn't have those bullies, he would have no reason to train at Cobra Kai Dojo and no reason to be where he is now, you know? So, well, I mean, I guess where he is now is in a coma, but basically those bullies were just a stepping stone for him to get to where he was. And once he got to where he was, there's no more room for the bullies, because they were not a central part of the story in the future. They were just Miguel's stepping stone. They weren't actually the antagonists. They were in the first 5 episodes, but after that, they were not at all. They were not the antagonists. They were just a forgotten part of the story, but they helped Miguel get to where he was. So I love that. Don't get me wrong. I thought that was amazing. I wouldn't have had it any other way. The only thing is, as actors and as and from a fan perspective, I enjoyed watching the scenes with Miguel and Brucks and Kyler. You know, I'm not saying like they shouldn't have made they shouldn't have just forgot about the bullies. Like, no, it was better for the story that they forgot about the bullies. I'm just saying, as a fan, in the first 5 episodes, I enjoyed seeing them in the first 5 episodes. I enjoyed that. All I'm saying is I enjoyed it, you know? So, and I wanted to see more. I want to see more. Once again, I understand how it didn't fit the story. But yet it was just Miguel's my favorite character. Next to Johnny, you know, it's kind of a tough one, but this is like falling off. Miguel's my favorite character next to Johnny, and what I love so much about Miguel, you know, is how he's very similar to me. He's like a nerd, you know. Well, he was a nerd. In the beginning of the show, you know, he was a nerd, didn't have much friends. He was like, and then like, you know, he was training, he was getting bullied, you know, like he was literally the underdog. So I thought that the bullies being the main antagonist kept him as the underdog. Now that Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do are even matched, like, Miguel's not the underdog anymore, which sucks. But, like, once again, you know, you can't make him the underdog the whole time. I understand that. But at the same time, my favorite Miguel was in episodes 1 through, even season 1 Miguel, you know? I love season 2 Miguel. And I hated what happened to him. Miguel's my favorite character of all time, but, you know, in season 2, he was, like, a badass, and, like, I thought that was awesome to see him like that, but I can't relate to that, you know? I was more able to relate to him in season 1, but at the same time, I love badass Miguel in season 2, because, like, come on, it's badass, and it's like Miguel, you know? I want Miguel to do good, but at the same time, I can't relate, because I'm not like him in season 2. I'm nothing like him. And that's why I like his character, because I related to him. And in season 1, I'm more related. But, you know, that has nothing to do with the storytelling. There's no possible way to make him a relatable character the whole time, you know, because you have some guys who, some fans of the show who are all big and muscly and they never lost anything. So in season 1, they won't relate to Miguel getting bullied. But now when Miguel's a badass, they'll be like, oh, I can relate. So, you know, you can never have it where a character, you relate to them the whole time. But you can still like a character the whole time. And I like Miguel the whole time. I just related to him in season 1. And the bullies kept him as that character, kept him as that underdog, as that innocent, like, kid getting bullied, you know? I don't know. It just felt very, like, season 1, like, those first 5, even, like, after that, you know, it just felt very, like, it was, like, not really karate. It was, like, life with karate, you know? In season 2, it's all out karate, you know? It's, like, I don't get me wrong. I love that. Like, I love that. But, like, what I liked about season 1, too, was that it was, like, life. But, like, you know, you had the karate on the side, but, like, it was more like life. I don't know. Like, the whole bullying thing. It wasn't about the karate. The karate was kind of to help that go further, but it was more like Johnny's life, Miguel's life, Daniel's life, Robbie's life, and the karate kind of came with it, if that makes sense. And season 2, I loved because it really got into the mecca of the karate, you know. Even though I liked the first season, how it wasn't really, they did have a lot of karate, but like, it was more like, just like life situations with the karate on the side, which I enjoyed. And I also enjoyed season 2 because it was all about the karate. And then there were like other life situations, but I think season 2, since you had the clashing dojos, it was more just like all out karate, which I thought was awesome. So now you have Sholo Madadroña playing Miguel, posting this video. And as soon as I saw this video, I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then Bo Mitchell posts a video, and I'm like, oh my God, they are in season 3. Now you may be saying, but Cobra Kai Kid, like, what if they're just hanging out? What if they are just hanging out? How does that make them in season 3? They did not confirm it. Well, I'm going to tell you this. First off, they are filming Cobra Kai right now. So why would they be hanging out, you know, if they're not filming? Like, we saw no videos of them hanging out like anytime except for now when they're filming. So that's the first indicator. Now you may also be saying, Cobra Kai Kid, that's a pretty general accusation. Like, maybe they just want to hang out now. Well, here's the second fact, which makes it like 99% certain. In the geotag on Instagram, if you look back, it said Atlanta. They were in Atlanta, which means they are filming Cobra Kai in Atlanta. They don't live in Atlanta, and I know that because, you know, I've been seeing their Instagrams and whatever's now, and they're not in Atlanta anymore. I think one of them was in like New Orleans, which means they finished filming, you know, because they left Atlanta. They wouldn't just go to Atlanta and then go to New Orleans and then hang out with the cast randomly in Atlanta. Like, that doesn't make sense. They were obviously filming. Obviously. Now, there's been no confirmation from the directors, the writers, any sources, but at the same time, it's like you can connect the pieces. They would not go to Atlanta, all the way to Atlanta when they don't live there. I'm pretty sure they live in like California or something, but they went to Atlanta and they hung out with Sholo, who plays Miguel, Jacob Bertrand, who plays Hawk. They hung out with Chris, played by Khalil. I forgot his last name. Sorry. And Aiden Mix, who plays Mitch. Johnny I forgot his last name, who plays Dimitri, Johnny. And, you know, they wouldn't be hanging out with them in Atlanta. You're telling me they just went to Atlanta? Oh, like, we're just here to stop by, and then they just hang out, and then they just leave and go back to their home? No, like, they are filming. Now, at first, I was really excited. I was like, oh my God, like, what are they going to do? Like, are they going to be main characters? But now that I found out that, when they, like, uploaded the videos, you know, they left, like, a week or 2 later, which means they aren't going to be a prominent role, which I was kind of hoping they would be prominent roles, because once again, I really liked them. You know, not in the show, like, I thought they were total douches, you know, like, in a show, like, you know, they're, like, nasty people, but, like, in terms of storytelling, and in terms of, like, feeling engaged, like, I kind of am connected to these characters, and especially since, I'm actually working on a Cobra Kai project. I am recreating the entire first episode of Cobra Kai. Now, I know you guys, I haven't really announced it officially yet because it's a very long project that could take a while. I started it back in March, which is, like, insane. I'm recreating the whole first episode, word for word, shot for shot, scene for scene. Like, and it's literally just me and, like, my mom recreating it, and, like, my grandpa, but, like, you know, that's pretty much it. So, I haven't announced that officially, but you're hearing it now. I'm working on it, and I'll announce it, like, later when I finish it, but You know, I'm like halfway done, less than halfway done, and I started it in March. So it's a long project, but in that scene, in that film, you know, we had to play Kyler and Brucks, the bullies. And, you know, I don't know, like, they were obviously horrible to Miguel, but it's like they were the ones that motivated Miguel to become Miguel Diaz, like, badass Cobra Kai. If it were not for Kyler, the show would not exist. Think about it. If it were not for Kyler, the show would not exist. If it were not for Kyler, Miguel would have never gotten bullied. Johnny would have never beat their asses. Johnny would have never opened Cobra Kai. Johnny would have kept living his life like a low life that we know of. And then Daniel would just be unbalanced and never do karate again. You know, maybe something would inspire them. But, like, really, like, Kyler was that one. Kyler was the one. He was the one. So we gotta give it up to Kyler. And, you know, it's what's so fascinating is, like, even though he played this such prominent role in the beginning, he kind of just went away. In the end of season 1, he just went away. And in season 2, there was no mention of him and Brucks, which look, it didn't fit in the story. I understand that. I understand it didn't fit in the story. It just sucks as a fan who thought those scenes with Brucks and Kyler were entertaining. And I know this might be a very, like, unpopular opinion. I don't know if many people feel this strongly about Kyler and Brucks like I do, but I really enjoyed seeing their characters on screen because they were such jerks. It just like the bullying, it was just relatable, and it was just, you know, that was the beginning of Cobra Kai. That was how Cobra Kai started, through their bullying antics, and then they just disappeared. So once again, this is why I love these writers. Like, I really don't know what's going to happen in season 3 of Cobra Kai. Like, I have a lot of theories and stuff, but they could really go anywhere because there's so much, like, open-ended. There's so much that you can't really judge unless they kind of say yes. Like, you know, it's kind of like 21 questions. Like, I just need to ask something and they say yes or no, and that'll kind of, like, cancel out 1,000 of my theories. You know, but we don't have that. We can't just say, like, is this going to happen? And they say no. And then it cancels out 1,000 theories. And my example of that is season 3 going to be, like, all about, or mostly about, like, courts and trials and lawyers, like, because that's what season 2 ended like, and that's what it's kind of seems like from rumors and stuff and, like, castings, that season 3 is gonna have to do with, like, juvie and all that. And I would ask the directors, like, is it really gonna go down that path, like, the whole time? Which I would imagine not, because that would be, like, horrible. I could see that being a little bit part of the show, but, like, to have the whole season just, like, about, like, trial and, like, they all go to juvie, like, that's not gonna happen. So I'm just very interested to see how it works, because I don't know what the consequences are for a school fight like that. You know, this whole show, there hasn't been any consequences for anything. You know, Miguel beat up the bullies in the cafeteria. He had no consequences. Like, there was that mall fight. There was no consequences. So, like, what's going to happen here? Because now, like, there's no escape. This was the biggest thing they could have done. That's the only question I have. Like, if, like, I don't know. It just confuses me. But as I keep hearing things, it makes me more confident about this season. And I don't want to say 100% because right now my favorite season is season 1. I love season 2 with, like, all my heart. But season 1 was just the beginning, you know? It was just the beginning. It was just the introduction. And I think, like, there was nothing they could have done to make season 2 better than season 1. I don't know. No, I take that back. That's not really. No. I don't mean that. But like, I mean, season 1 set such high standards. It was just like the perfect story. It was like, I don't really need any more. This is it. Like, that was amazing. But like at the same time, like more Cobra Kai. Like, yeah, definitely give it to me. Like, I just wasn't sure where they were gonna go. You know what I mean? I just wasn't sure with season 2. Like, because like, you know, are they gonna have a tournament? No, and they ended up doing this whole school fight. Like, no one expected that, and I loved it. You know, it ended up. I never had any doubts for it. I just was so like satisfied with season 1, and I just love season 1. But season 2 is like literally, this is season 1 on my scale. That's season 2. Like, they're literally right next to each other. Now, as much as I love season 1, I feel like season 3 could take the reins as the best season. Season 1 will always have the best storytelling and the best development. Especially, there's so many reasons, because especially for me, because I'm being biased. Miguel's my favorite character, and I enjoyed seeing him training and all that, you know? But season 3, what's going to be cool is now he's going to get back into that because he's the underdog again. He is in a hospital, in a coma, and then once he gets out of the coma and gets into physical therapy, he's going to be that underdog. And now it's like, when we found out that from those leaks on Wikipedia, which some people have told me aren't true, but I feel like they are true. I feel like they took them down after they uploaded it because I made the video, but I believe that Terry Silver and Mike Barnes, or at least one of them, are coming back this season. It may not be at the beginning, but they're definitely coming back this season, in my opinion, because I think Kreese running Cobra Kai is bad, but it's like, how bad can it really be? Like, how far is he gonna take it? Like, I think you need another maniac like Terry Silver to really, now like Johnny and Daniel have to team up, because like, I know Johnny and Daniel like are like think Kreese is a maniac, but at the same time, you know, what is Kreese gonna do that really sets it over the top? I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really excited to see that. But to hear that Brucks and Kyler are coming back really makes me excited, because I loved their characters in season 1. I was missing them in season 2. I thought they were just done. I thought both of their acting was great, and now to have them back in season 3 is great. And now as soon as I like found this out that they would be back, which once again, it's not like I'm pretty sure they're coming back. It might just be for one scene or an episode, but they're coming back. Now, once I found this out, I began to think, well, what are they gonna do? What's their role gonna be in season 3? It's obviously not gonna be a big role. However, I think it will further Miguel's development. Now, I was thinking they could join Cobra Kai. They could now join Kreese's Cobra Kai. However, I don't think that's likely, because I don't think they're in Atlanta anymore. I mean, I could be wrong, but Brucks, the actor of Brucks, Bo Mitchell, was posting videos tagging him in New Orleans. He was in New Orleans. I don't know how far New Orleans is from Atlanta, but so maybe it's like next door. I'm not sure. But oh my god, imagine if it was like next door, if it was like so close. I don't know. But I just don't feel like they're going to be mains in season 3. I want them to. I hope I'm wrong. I really would want them to be mains. I just don't know if they're going to do that. But I would really want that. I don't know. I'm going to have to do more digging. First, I'm going to... Let me just see. Where's Atlanta? Atlanta, Georgia to New Orleans. Because, like, that's going to be a big thing. Atlanta, Georgia to New Orleans. It's like 6-hour drive. Okay, so maybe not. Let's go to Bo Mitchell's account. Maybe, okay. Because I'm so sure that he posted a picture. And, yeah. Let's see. Alright, well, he doesn't have anything now, but... Yeah, here we go. Alright, he posted a picture 4 days ago. And look here. I don't... See that? New Orleans. So that means, yep. It's yeah. Okay. So they're not, and they're still filming Cobra Kai. Okay. So, and if Brucks, if he's in New Orleans, I'd imagine Kyler is not there too. And I don't think Kyler posted anything on his account, so I wouldn't know, unless maybe he did. Let's look at Kyler's account. Let's look at Joe. No, okay, he didn't post anything. All right, so we don't know where Kyler is, but I would imagine if one of them's out, the other would be out too. So they are most likely coming back for one episode. So I'd say they are not joining Cobra Kai, which is something I was, as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh my god, what if like they joined Cobra Kai and now Miguel, it's like, oh my god, they took my spot. Like, you know, I think that would be a really interesting story. And have Kreese training these bullies that we knew of. Like Kyler and Brucks, you know, even though they got their ass kicked from Miguel and Johnny, it would be cool to see them train and then like become even more powerful, so then they could actually get their revenge. I think that would be very interesting. However, I don't think they're gonna do that. Now, what I'm very leaning towards on is not when Miguel's in a coma, but once Miguel comes out of the coma and is going through physical therapy, I think Brucks and Kyler are gonna come back somehow, and that they're gonna fight Miguel. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I feel like while Miguel's like in physical training or whatever, Miguel's like not even recovered. Like Sam, I think Sam is gonna help him through physical therapy, and while he's going through that process, like not healed, they're gonna fight him, forcing him to use like karate, and like he's gonna like, I think he'll beat them, or maybe they'll beat him. That would actually be more interesting if they beat him. That would actually like further the story a lot more, and that would really make you feel bad for Miguel. But that's what I feel like is gonna happen. But now the question is like, are they just coming out of nowhere? Are they really gonna like look, like, are they really gonna go after this kid after he was in a coma? Because I know they're like bullies and stuff, but like, you know, that's like too far. That's too far. Like, but I mean, who knows? Like, hopefully they just explain it good, which they will because they're genius. But I'm just wondering where Kyler and Brucks have been this whole time, because they haven't been anywhere that we know of. So why are they coming in now, and what are they doing? And I'm so sure, if I'm like 1,000,000% sure, if they're bringing in Brucks and Kyler, it's going to have to do with Miguel. And, you know, Miguel's in the coma. So I'm saying it'll be like episode 4. No, wait. Hold on a second. Okay. This week, John Hurwitz confirmed that they were filming episodes 7 and 8. Now, I don't know how long it takes to film an episode, but the videos came out October 19th, which is recent. Episode 5 or 6. I would say Kyler and Brucks are in episode 5 or 6. Oh my god. I'm so excited. If it's October 19th and now it's the 31st and they're filming 7 and 8, 6, 5. And it would be a perfect mirror. Like, the reason I'm saying 5 is because it's a perfect mirror. Like, what they've done with both season 1 and 2 is they've done a lot of mirrors. Both episode 5s were like the big fights. So episode 5 of season 1 was the fight between Miguel and the bullies in the cafeteria, and then episode 5 fight of season 2 was the mall fight. Season 1, episode 6 was the new students coming into Cobra Kai. Season 2, episode 6 was the new students coming to Miyagi-Do. Season 1, episode 9 was the party, Daniel and Johnny bonding, and then the same thing in season 2. And then episode 10 of both seasons was just the all-out battle. So, if Kyler and Brucks fought Miguel in that cafeteria fight in episode 5, I would not be surprised if they did like some sort of mirror and had episode 5 where they fought Miguel, you know? But at the same time, you kind of need Miguel a little bit recovered. I don't know how many episodes it's gonna take for Miguel to recover. I wouldn't imagine it would take long. Like he's most likely gonna wake up in episode 1. I'd say he's gonna wake up in episode 1. I'd say that's a given. He'll wake up in episode 1, but you know he could still be like very disabled. And then when it comes to episode 6 or 5, he's still disabled, but he's able to kind of walk and, you know, do some movements. So when Kyler and Brucks comes, he'll be able to do the karate. It won't be that unrealistic because in the beginning, you know, he'll be really disabled. So like Kyler and Brucks cannot come in like episode 3 because he'll still be disabled. So it needs to be like 5 or 6 when he's like, obviously he won't be 100% healed, but you know, he'll be a little more healed and he'll be able to fight them. But I really hope, you know, if they do fight, I hope that Kyler and Brucks win. You know, it would really put things into perspective. Like, damn, like Miguel's really like, this is tough. And, you know, Miguel, I want to see Miguel cry. And I think we will. I think we will in this season. We haven't seen Miguel cry. I think we will in this season. I think we're going to get a lot of emotion. Wow. That kind of hits me just saying that. I think that this will be Xolo's best performance in all 3 seasons because I think we've seen Miguel's never been that serious. Nothing has ever been that serious for him where it was like to the point where it was like crying and emotional. Obviously there were serious moments, but nothing like crying and like teary. I think in season 3 he's going to be crying. He's going to be like frustrated. It's going to be tough on him. And I can't wait to see that because now I could relate to him more because I go through struggles too. And I think, you know, you relate to those characters with struggles. And I just love how they did that. They built him up to bring him back down. Like, look, I love my man Miguel, but you know, for the story, it's just so good. Like, how did they think of this stuff? It's just storytelling genius. So with Kyler and Brucks, my final prediction is that they're coming in episode 5. And how they're coming back, I don't know. I don't know if they would come back to seek revenge on Miguel. That's the thing. I don't think they're... Oh my God. I just don't think they're like coming in saying, we want to find Miguel and beat him up. I can't see that because Miguel's been in a coma. Like we don't know where they've been, which is the thing. I'm sure that they must have graduated. Are they seniors? I don't even know if they're seniors or not. I think they're seniors. Maybe they're juniors. I don't even know. I always thought that they were seniors. I always thought that the reason they weren't in season 2, or yeah, like in the school or whatever, because I know season 2 they were in. It was summer. But I always thought the reason that they weren't in the school at episode 10 was because they were graduated. But they told us that Sam was like a sophomore and Miguel were sophomores. So Kyler wouldn't have been a senior. He would have at least been a junior. Which makes me think now, if he didn't graduate, like I just connected that. I always just thought he graduated, but now I'm actually thinking about it. If he didn't graduate, then where's he been? And now is he coming back just to seek revenge on Miguel? I don't know. I definitely think when they come back, it'll be one episode. Episode 5, they'll fight. if they come back to just hunt down Miguel, I hope they do it right, because right now I can't really see why they would be doing that, because they were bullying Miguel first. Miguel kind of just beat them up, and that was it. And that was it. You know, there wasn't really any conflict, but at the same time, it would kind of be a callback to the not really, but a little, to when Daniel put the water hose on Johnny at the Halloween dance. You know, Johnny wasn't doing anything, Daniel wasn't doing anything for a while, and then Daniel just did it randomly. So, you know, same thing with Miguel and Kyler and Brucks. Maybe they're all just fine, whatever, doing their own thing, and then Kyler and Brucks come and just decide to go off on Miguel for no reason. But I'm not worried. I know the writers will do great with this. I just want to see a lot of them. I don't know. Like, look, I know, like, I understand that you got to tell the story. But I just find their characters interesting. And I think it would tie it all together. Especially because there's no rivalry between Miguel and Robbie now. You know, Miguel's not, like, I don't think Miguel has a vendetta against Robbie now. Like obviously he does, but, you know, that's not his one purpose. And, like, his purpose, he wants to recover. He's just trying to recover right now. Once he recovers, I'm sure he'll go after Robbie. I don't even think he'll do that because he's a nice guy, but once he recovers, he'll think about that. But he's not even recovered. Robbie's got his own problems to deal with. You need that antagonist, and man, and I hope I'm wrong about the whole one episode thing, because I don't want them to be in one episode. I want them to be in, like, the whole season. I want them to be the main bad guys of the whole season. I want Kreese to train them and really make them the villains. But I don't know. You know, this whole season 3 has been really secretive. Like, there's just so much that you just don't know. And it's like 10 episodes. There's going to be 10 episodes. 30 minutes each. That's 300 minutes. 5 hours of new content. Like, what's going to happen? Where do Kyler and Brucks play into this? I just don't know. But I'm so excited, and I hope, once again, I said they were going to be in one episode. I said episode 5. They're going to come back, fight Miguel, and be gone. That was my prediction. So if I get that right, I'm right. But I don't want that to happen. I want them to be in it more. But do I think they're going to be in it more? Maybe not. I don't think they're joining Cobra Kai. So, you know, even though it wouldn't make a lot of sense, Kyler actually taking Miguel's spot in Cobra Kai, but instead of under Johnny, it's under Kreese. That sounds so exciting. Oh my god, I really hope that happens, but I'm not sure. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave a like, comment if you liked it, share the channel with all your Cobra Kai buddies, and remember, Cobra Kai. Did you say it? Cobra Kai never dies. Bonsai. Bye. Bye.